Trump versus Musk. Trump versus Musk. Trump versus Musk. Trump versus Musk. Let me tell you something, buddy boy.
Illuminati is a thing you need to watch out for. They want to depopulate and slave us so much more. World domination, I'll get into that later. I'm hardcore, fierce and sexy. You're just a hater. You deserve the ridicule because you're an absolute zero. I'm the keeper of the chalice, a rock and roll hero. I'm not an idiot nobody listens to, because I'm not a failure in life like you. Let's talk about Bill Gates and the mark of the beast, and the orgies in the streets at the Catholic feasts, and Bill and Hillary's human trafficking ring, and George Soros got the money to pay for everything. Socialism is for losers, working for the devil, chumps that can't fight, they ain't on my level. It takes an evil one to try to debunk and doubt it, so I'd rather die than stop talking about it. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out for the Illuminati.
What's good, my people? My people, the people, the people. It's the MC Too Tall Show, and it's your boy in the building, your hardcore, fierce, and sexy host, MC Too Tall. Trump versus Musk. Trump versus Musk. Trump versus Musk. Trump versus Musk. Let me tell you something, buddy boy. There is no Trump versus Musk. Let me repeat that so that there's no mistake. There is no Trump versus Musk. Two people could have a disagreement without either of them acting like a big baby and being insulted over it and dissolving a genuine friendship that these two men had. Well, like these two men had. And, it's kind of like, when one of my cats, Pinocchio, that's the one you just saw dart behind the blinds there, when he takes a piss on my fucking head while I'm sleeping, I get very mad at him. To the point where I may even want to smack him on the ass, like Joe Biden wants to do to every MAGA Republican. But, I'm still as human. He's still my cat. And we get along. And when all is said and done, after my shampoo and shower, of course, he's on my lap and I'm petting him. And, he decides to not piss on me. So, same thing with Elon Musk and Donald Trump. Trump is pushing a bill that has some things in it that Elon Musk disagrees with. That's what I said. That's what I said. Yeah. So, Trump is pushing this bill that has some things in it that Elon Musk disagrees with. And I don't think I'm turning against MAGA. I don't think I'm against Donald Trump. I don't think I'm becoming a rhino. Certainly not becoming a Democrat. I despise them. I actually wish every Democrat would either flip or go to jail. Jail, jail, jail. Because crime runs rampant because of the Democrats. But you could disagree with some of your favorite people involved with running the country. I don't believe you should pick favorites. You should have people involved with government who you might like the majority of the job they're doing. And you're not, and there's nobody, I don't care what anybody says, there's nobody in this game called Washington, D.C., that's going to satisfy any individual a full 100%. I'm against some of the things in there that include continuing to fund Planned Parenthood, for example. And so it is what it is. Now, a lot of proponents are saying that because of the tariffs that everyone hates, that whatever debt this bill will cause will be balanced out by the income from the tariffs. It's walking along a razor's edge. Because there might be countries that will cut their nose to spite their face. What's even worse, there might be American corporations that'll cut their nose to spite their face. And these tariffs aren't really to punish foreign countries. They are to discourage American companies from outsourcing. And before this illegal immigration became such a big booming problem, I mean, it was a problem dating all the way back even before George W. Bush became president. There was an immigration problem growing during the Bush 41 years. And it tapered off a little bit during Clinton, but it was still a problem. And it started growing during Bush. And then Obama. Trump brought it down. Of course, Biden let in more people than both Bushes, Clinton, and Obama combined. And you could look that up. And you know what? You could combine Trump in that too, because Trump's numbers in illegal immigration were the lowest in history. And he's slated to have even lower illegal immigration numbers in this go-around. But anyway, as much of a problem as illegal immigration was prior to Joe Biden becoming president, I always said that outsourcing was a bigger problem. Now, just because illegal immigration surpassed outsourcing as the bigger of the two problems, it does not change the fact that outsourcing is still a big problem that needed to be addressed. And you address the problem of outsourcing, and outsourcing is a problem. It's not something that anybody should like at all. We should be self-contained, and we should make more on our exports than we spend on imports. And we shouldn't be paying for cheaper labor because they have different labor laws where they could give their employees slave wages and have them work slave hours and then bring in a cheaper product here and slap their American brand on it. And so, because that is a problem, because something like that should not happen, that's what your tariffs are for. But there are American companies who, because they don't like Trump, make up their nose to spite their face. Regardless of the political stance of the American company, when an American company succeeds, that's a victory for all of America. And you're not going to succeed if you don't work with a president who genuinely cares about America. And yes, the tariffs should work in a way where the money of debt, the amount of money in debt that this bill would cause, the tariffs would balance it out. But as I said, it's like walking on a razor's edge. I'm stepping back and saying to myself, Trump, oh Trump, I hope you know what you're doing. But that doesn't make me somehow a traitor to the cause. And more than likely, come 2028, soon as Trump points that finger and says, that's the guy that should be our next president, I'm on board with that. As long as he doesn't pick some asshole like Lindsey Graham or John Thune. I don't like John Thune. And I think a lot of hardcore conservatives are with me and would agree with me when I say I don't like Lindsey Graham. And so, certain people with R's next to their names are assholes. But I don't believe Donald Trump to be one of those people. And he appointed Elon Musk. And even though him and Elon Musk are having a disagreement about this big, beautiful bill, I'm not against Donald Trump. And I don't think there's really a big, major fight going on between these two. I think it's a mild disagreement. That's all it is. And people need to calm down. It's a mild disagreement and people need to calm down. And that all. And I'm going into double-digit minutes just to tell you that. Calm down. Trump and Musk are not at war with each other. Okay? The right is not crumbling, allowing for the left to iron-fisted rule again. Remember, stopping the left, keeping the left out of the way while undoing the problems they caused is the goal. It's one goal to do these two things. Okay? It's not two goals. It's one goal to achieve two major things simultaneously. Stopping the left and keeping them out of the way, allowing for the right people, right as in correct, right as in righteous people, to undo the damage the left has done with their left-handed path of Lucifer. And as I said before, and as Chuck D once said, and I don't know what happened to the man, why he supports Bernie Sanders. Communism is wrong. Communism is of the devil. But he is right about one thing. This is about a battle of right versus wrong, good versus evil, God versus the devil. Which side you on? You got to be on the side of right. And yes, the right side of politics is also the right side of history, is also the correct side of history, the righteous side in any holy war, whether it's one you want to get into or not. You want to be on the right side, the righteous side, the correct side of that. Stop letting demonic identity politics take over the practical needs of every American. And the one principal thing every American needs is its freedom, is his or her freedom. They want the American dream can never be achieved without the freedom. You can't wait for some benevolent leader to hand it over to you. And you should not sign away your rights to some benevolent leader for your pursuit of happiness. Your life, your liberty, your pursuit of happiness. Because you do that, you will come to find whatever leader you believe is so benevolent that you're signing your rights away to is not all that benevolent. Look how tyrannical the puppeteers behind Joe Biden were. Whoever these faceless scoundrels were. Some people whose face we've seen, like his wife Jill, like Congressman Clyburn from South Carolina, like his own transportation secretary, who he affectionately labeled Poop Booty Juice. And you could go look it up in the records. That is how he pronounced the man's name. As Jake Tapper is now discovering in these times that Joe Biden was on a cognitive decline. And we're supposed to believe that. Now, when KJP's book comes out, that'll be the interesting one. Oh, am I supposed to not eat a Jamaican beef patty? Because I want equal rights for people that look like moi? Let me piss a few more people off. Yaman, Yaman. All right, let's put that down. But you get the idea of what I'm saying. We see what happens when you expect a leader to be benevolent and they prove themselves to be tyrannical instead. A better example than Joe Biden would be Barack Obama. He signed laws that you didn't vote for. He signed executive orders that you didn't expect him to sign. You love the children. You don't want them in cages. He was the one that caged incoming children. That was him. He's the one that signed the updated version of the NDAA. Look up the NDAA. He's the one that signed the revised version of it. The NDAA is the reason why we were all in prison in our own homes about 5 years ago. And so, let's not lose focus. Let's not lose focus. Let's not worry about picking sides, Trump or Musk, Trump or Musk. You could still like both. You should still be allowed to like both. You should still be on the side of both because they're not on opposite sides. They're in disagreement over one issue. They're in disagreement over one issue. But they're not opposite sides. Let's not get distracted by this Trump versus Musk thing. Keep the focus. As I said, stop and stifle the Democrats. Keep them out of the way. Keep the Democrats out of the way so that we can undo the damage they caused and fix this country and make it the way it should be. And with God's help, it shall be done. Respect God. Watch out for the Illuminati and their tricks trying to pit two of your favorite people in the world against each other. Listen to my music, follow my ways, stay strong, keep kicking that slang. It's your boy in the building, hip-hop legend, recording engineer, underground rock and roll hero, MC Too Tall. And yaha.